Right, good morning. Another day, another job. Today we're going to be putting this silage body top on one of our grain trailers. John's bringing that down here to our little storage area with the telehandler. I've just undone the bolts for this bar here that goes across the middle. Craig actually made this. It's very, very clever. It allows us to pick up the body in one piece rather than having the side, the greedy board, the ends and whatever, all the front and all that separate. So we pick up the whole thing in one piece and put it on top of the grain body and bolt it on. We don't want this one, we actually want the one over there because that's the trailer we've got ready to put it on. So what I've been doing is just unbolting this bar. We're going to bolt it on in here, and then when John gets down here with the Manitou, we'll pick the whole thing up and just plonk it on, ready to go. The reason we're doing this is we're going to start moving some dung out the midden today, or Josh and Joe are anyway. We're going to get them moving some dung. We've got the Fleming trailer all together with the silage sides on. I've actually delivered a load of plastic into BG Pierce this morning with that one, so that is now empty and ready to go on dung. We'll put this body on the grain trailer we got back at the yard, and then this one will be ready to go as well. So that is the plan. Right, so with the help of the extended pallet forks, you can now lift the whole thing up in one go, look. Now it's just a case of trying to slot that nicely into the trailer. Right, we'll see how we get on here. There are guide holes that the pegs on the end, which are those bits there, sit in sort of in the frame of the trailer, and then all the little tabs you see, so there, and there, have to sit inside. It's a very delicate operation with not such a delicate machine. I didn't quite film it on here, but the GoPro would have got it. Put that up on the side there. It just needs a very gentle bit of persuasion down. Oh, it's the front tab. If he pushes the front tab in, that'll fall down. I'm going to stand well clear as he does this. But yeah, normally, the way we used to do it is every panel was individual. So that piece was one, that was a piece, that was a piece, and that used to take a little while. So, oh, there he goes. Just this corner now. I know it looks a bit brutal, but it is 100 times quicker and 100 times safer than having someone on a ladder with all the panels on a chain swinging around the yard. And there we have it. All that's left is the back door, which is at home. We will put some bolts through these tabs as well, but just to get us up the road home, that'll be absolutely fine. And we're good to go. Right, that is all now on. We've taken the bar out as well and put it back in that body, so that next time we want another body, that one's all ready to be used. John's just going to hook up to this and take it back up the yard. I'm going to lock up behind him on the way out. This is like a dark art, this. You had him? He was going down, yeah. You got him back up now. He's not now. You got to pull the handle up again. Other way. That's it. He's down. Right, he's in the ground. Yep. Textbook. Imagine going silage in like that. Yes, but he's got the oil on the back to tip it and everything. See you back there. That trailer makes the handle look tiny. Right, chaps, let's head back, because it is about coffee time anyway. I brought the nut gun down, but we didn't actually need that in the end. Right, it's now the next day. There is Big Boots on that Marshall trailer we put together with the monocoque body. I'm currently on the feeder wagon in the 155, having to do a bit of electrical repair here. The wagon was unhooked from Big Boots yesterday. I think Joe, having not been showed how to do it before, tried to pull on this wire and managed to disconnect the plug in here internally. So I've had to take the box apart, plug that back together, tighten it all up. I think we're back to working order now. We got an issue with Big Boots, so we've got someone coming to look at that soon. That's why the tractor is not on this wagon. So we've got the 155 on here. But anyway, I've got some feeding to do and I haven't done anything yet this morning. I've been farting around with this. So we're behind on the yard work. Hopefully we'll get something productive done today. It is very satisfying when you take something apart and you find something wrong with it, rather than taking it apart, there being nothing wrong with it, and then still scratching your head as to why it's not working. But I think we're winning. I think a while ago I said we'd probably only use 2 bays of this shed of silage. Well, we're nearly there now, and it's going to be a little while before we stop using it. The sheep haven't really kicked off lambing yet, and everything's still inside. Now you wouldn't know it looking at the sky behind me now. Look at that, beautiful. 10 minutes ago it was snowing. Dartmoor is white. It is freezing cold, but at least the sun's out for the time being. They give a horrendous week of rain up until Good Friday. Safety first. And then I think from the weekend onwards, they don't give too bad. So although I've been saying it for the past 3 weeks, hopefully next week onwards, we'll start chucking some stock outside, because we absolutely need to. Right, it's currently about 8 o'clock in the evening. We've just been out to the pub for a bit of a farewell for Josh, who's been down from Harpenden for the past couple of weeks. And it's an excuse to go to the pub, really, isn't it? So we've been out for a bit of food with most of the farm team. Behind me here, we've got 5 cows, 2 up there and 3 here. They are the last 5 now due to calve, because we've had 2 new calves born today. These are a little way off, I think. None of those have really uddered up, so I think we're going to have a bit of a break. This is a very friendly cow here, 2146. She likes a head scratch. If you look in this pen now, so this is all the fresh cows and calves. I don't know why this cow spends her entire life out on the concrete and not with her calf, which is a bit silly. But that one there is a new one. It's not got any ear tags. And that one there is a new one, also not got any ear tags. The 2 in the back there are the 2 poorly ones that were here. They're now doing really, really well. I mean, that calf's actually cleaning himself, look. Up and about, skipping around. All right, heifer? What do you reckon? So it's just a bit easier now to look on the camera at night, which is up there in the ceiling. We're just looking at this one pen. And also it's easier, we can put a bale of hay here quite easily to feed these guys. And these lot can mix out the wagon in their trough. So it makes life easy on a number of different levels. Proud cow and her calf, look. Yes. Anyway, the only reason I'm in the shed at 8 o'clock is I dropped Mel, Suzanne and Josh back here to get their cars from the pub. And there's a gas delivery. I don't know if you can see, there's a lorry up there delivering gas to the cottage. And he's inside the farm gates, so I'm just waiting for him to go and then I'll shut the gates behind him. Yeah, it's flipping freezing today. We've had snow, hail, rain, and then glorious sunshine as well. It's been a proper mixed bag of weather. We had another little incident with the wagon tonight. That decided to break on us last thing before we wanted to leave and go to the pub. So the dog clutch on the side, which is the 2 lots of teeth that join together, that drives the elevator on the side, that ate itself. The tapered bush, it's a tapered bush, it goes in the middle. That had broken and collapsed, which meant that the dog clutches then weren't close enough to each other and they were running like right on the limits. And then the teeth started breaking, and it's just one thing after another with that wagon. So there'll be some serious consideration going into whether we use that wagon as we are next year, or whether we adapt the shed so we don't have a trough on the outside, because this is the only shed we need it for. Or I don't know, we'll find some other way of either feeding in the trough or change the wagon. I don't know. What I do know is we're not going to be repairing the wagon 15 times a winter like we have been this winter, because it's just an absolute pain in the hole. In other news, we've also started lambing. So we've had 3 of our shearlings lamb. We've had 2 singles and a set of twins. We're about 5 days away from the planned start of lambing, so it's about the right time to be expecting the first few early ones. As of the 1st of April, which is Easter Monday, we should be pretty busy lambing. So yeah, that'll be something you guys can see coming up soon. I would go and show you now, but we don't really like disturbing the sheep at night, so we tend to just leave them overnight and we'll go and see them in the morning, but we can look at them on the camera if we need to overnight. But yeah, so far so good. So all of our sheep that we are lambing are shearlings, I believe. So some of them might have possibly had one lamb before, but the majority are first time mums. So far so good. I know we've only had 3 and I'll probably jinx it by saying that. So far so good. Haven't seen any of the lambs been born, just turned up and they've been there. That is absolutely the way to do it in my book. Pretty similar to how we've been doing the calving. The 2 that we had here born today, no idea they were born, just coming here first thing in the morning, there was one there, went and did some yard work and then turned up after coffee and there was another one there. So that's the way we like to do it. Right, it would appear the gas man is leaving. He's now going out the drive, which means I can exit. Lock up behind it. It's absolutely throwing it down. Oh, it's just never ending this winter. It is monotonous and long and I'm fed up of it, and so's everyone. I'm sure you're all fed up with me complaining about it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that would be fabulous. Check out our description, there's links for all of our other channels, also our sponsors. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's listened to the podcast that me and Phil did at the weekend. If you haven't heard that, there's a link for Back My Place down in the description. It's the most recent episode podcast with Dr. Phil. Some really good feedback on there, so thank you very much for all of that. And yeah, hopefully we'll bring you a video from a much drier Devon in the next one. Cheerio.